Hello, beloved. Here I am today. After a long day of putting out fires, after a long day of solving crises, after a long day of being on an emotional roller coaster trying to save lives, I am here now to give you the message that was downloaded, given to me over the course of the last 3 days or so. Over these last 3 days, I have been experiencing very vivid, lucid dreams in increasing measure. The first night, I couldn't remember much of the dream, so it wasn't as vivid, but I was engaging and I could feel my energy the next morning was very low, somewhat low the first night. But the second night, the dreams were, I won't say terrifying, but they were disturbing and caused a sense of fear. I was being confronted with with mice and spiders, and just being in a space that I didn't really want to be in, and I kept trying to wake up and get out of that space. Or as I was trying to wake up, I found myself in a state of sleep paralysis about 3 to 4 times that night. And I could remember more visually some of the content of those dreams. And like I said, it was like mice were coming out of the ceiling and coming out of the mattress. And then I went into a home and I had some work to do, but I had left the work kind of scattered. And then I returned to that same space and wanted to do the right thing and get the work organized. And the spaces shifted and it was dark. It was always dark. And so that morning, I was very much exhausted because, like I said, I was in that state of sleep paralysis and fighting to wake up and having these kind of like fearful moments about it. But I've been there before. And on the second night, I remember somewhat vaguely that I was running and trying to get away from this dark matter and this dark energy. But on last night, I didn't have the sleep paralysis, but I had a few, maybe 2 or 3 different phases of my dream state in which I was being chased and I was on the run, and there was this very predatory energy that was trying to basically capture me and then capture my family, my daughter. And so I'm going to just read what I immediately wrote down when I woke up, because when I woke up last night and my immediate conscious awareness thought and I spoke this, like, I am just tired of being chased. I'm tired of running. And I felt a sense of reconciliation. Like, yeah, like it's almost like I surrendered and wanted to be released from that old pattern of being. And here I'll say, tired of being sought after by dark, destructive forces in the night, appearing to be attractive, but turning into literally molded, toxic forces that would want to ravenously tear you to shreds, torture you mentally, physically, and emotionally. Energies once thought, the energies once thought that they wanted your attention from energies like karmic energies, one that you once thought were attracted to you or desired you desired attraction from these energies. Tired of running. Wanting to reconcile. The spirit, my soul was led to this place of just wanting to reconcile with this energy, reconcile with this phenomena. But reconciling in love was important. Because when I woke up from the dream, I had just kind of came out of the dream where I was escaping, but I turned back, and this energy, this male energy, literally was covered in mold. Like, you know, the bready mold? Covered in mold. And I was escaping with my life. And the energy realized that I was going to get away. And it said something very profane to me. He said, you know, it was like he shifted and he understood that he wasn't going to be able to annihilate me and by killing me or attacking me. So he said I should just basically have sex with you. F you is what he said. And the fear just kept me running. But it was when I turned to him and he said that, it was the love that ceased the chase, and it also ceased the running. Because I turned to this one in tears, and I offered this person compassion because I could see the dark, bestial entity that he was presenting. But in the moment, I knew that he had fallen from a place of light and into this very dark, destructive nature. And I looked at him and I said, you know, I'm so sorry that this has happened to you. I'm so sorry. I offered compassion to the one who, in the final act, realizing that I was never going to surrender and saying that he should just F me. And what he was saying was basically just transfer this dark energy through, again, the vehicle of sexual energy, right? So we got to be careful, divine feminine. He should just F me. That was a sex act. And I could feel his energy, and his thought was, well, if I can't kill you, I'll just transfer this energy to you sexually. I sorrowfully said, I'm sorry you are going through this. But I lovingly said, I wish you well-being. But I can't be yours. And I woke up. And when I woke up, I said to the Spirit, to the Divine, to the Father, to the Mother God, to the higher self, I am tired of running. And I am tired of being chased by all the wrong things. I had ran and I had switched up cars, and thereafter they were threatening me, and they threatened my daughters and my grandson. And I kept hiding and trying to, navigate so he wouldn't see me, and these energies wouldn't see me, and that they wouldn't, locate my daughter as if they knew my way of being, my pattern, my day ins and outs. And so I was trying to call my daughter and forewarn her to not show up over here, but show up over there. And then my phone seemed to disappear. It was really disturbing to think that I couldn't escape this darkness. But here's the thing. When I woke up and I reconciled, even before I woke up, that was in spirit. When I woke up, it was in flesh. So it was, Spirit was saying, in spirit and in flesh, we must reconcile with the selves and the old self's pattern of thinking that you want something that is not beneficial to you, that you want to be loved or paid attention to by these dark energies, because baby, you don't. We see it right here, right now, in real time, in the social media spaces where people are out of their minds. Ooh, and the divine feminine, or the feminine energy, is being annihilated. Them and their children. I just listened to a report, which what didn't come on the news, but I'm sure it should be on the news, where a man in Indiana, if I'm not mistaken, killed his wife, his mistress, and all of their children. Eight children, and 2 others are injured and are surviving. We listened to the content, perhaps if you're listening, regarding Janae Robinson. We've heard some years ago of a young woman, Shanquella Robinson, a few years back, murdered in another country, both her and Janae. And this is in alignment with this energy where we are seeking attention from all the wrong places. And this these places and these beings and these entities, they are dark in their souls. And we see it. We see the red flags. And I have seen the red flags in my past. And we ignore it because we think we want something that they possess. Whether that be love, finances, a sense of security, companionship. But we are seeking from the wrong source. And it is time for us to come to a reconciliation point with that and denounce that desire. Denounce and proclaim that in spirit and in flesh, as above, so below, we are done with that energy. We are ascending beings. And we've got to be diligent about making our elections clear in the spirit, especially at this time and season that we're in. Make your choice known. I choose the greater version of myself and others. I only receive that which is lovingly, compassionately, and protectively seeking me. And so it is. So I had to bring this message, this download. And it's sad because there are many lost ones, sisters, feminine energy, the energies of love, and even a man can be operating in his divine feminine energy of love and be naive and be beguiled and be overtaken by a vicious woman in her masculine, ravenous, destructive, dark energy. So I don't want to be any further belaboring of this conversation until I am called to it again. I don't talk just to talk. Talk when I'm called to talk, when I'm called to be the oracle. So if you stayed with me this long, and I hope you did, and I've got to do better with asking ahead of time to please like, Please subscribe. Please follow. Please comment. Comment, most importantly, in support of this divine download. Share it. Share it. Repost it. If you are in unison, I thank you, beloved. Blessed be.